Happy Sunday. I want to make pizza tonight for dinner, and so I'm going to go ahead and get my dough started right now. It's 8:35 in the morning. I'm going to get my dough going, and it's going to sit in the fridge and kind of just rise and chill all day long. And then about 45 minutes before I'm ready to cook dinner, I'm going to pull it out and it will be ready to shape and then bake and make pizza, whatever. So add our toppings and all of that. But anyway, let's go ahead and make our pizza dough right now. My boys are currently fishing, so it is really quiet here. I need to refill my flour, so I'm gonna go grab my 5-gallon bucket and I'll be right back. We're gonna add our yeast, water, and a little bit of sugar. Sit for 5 minutes. Microwave the water for a minute, and it is always the perfect temperature. We can go ahead and add our yeast while our water heats up and our sugar. I just put a tablespoon of sugar in with the yeast and the water, and then I add the rest of the sugar to the recipe once my flour and all that is in here. This is gonna make 2 pizzas and I wanna make 4, so I'm gonna do this recipe twice. I never have good luck when I just double the recipe. I always just make it twice. It's much, I don't know why, but it's just easier. I'm gonna let this sit for 5 minutes. I have a little bowl that I'm gonna go ahead and get the second batch of yeast, water, and sugar going in. This is the yeast I use currently. So just a tablespoon of that, and then 2 cups of water into that. And we'll let this one sit for 5 to 10 minutes also. And it'll be ready by the time we're done mixing the other dough. Once it's nice and foamy, I'm gonna go ahead and add the rest of the stuff, which I have pre-measured out: salt, sugar, and garlic powder. And then I'm gonna add in 1/3 cup of oil. That's 4 cups. I'm gonna start with the dough hook on my stand mixer and kind of just see the texture and how it looks. Usually add about a cup less of the flour that it calls for, and then start mixing it. And then I'll add in 1/4 cup of flour at a time until the dough looks like I want it to look. And this actually looks pretty good at 4 cups, so I'm not gonna add any more, even though the recipe that I use calls for 5 cups. Pull this out and knead it by hand. It's supposed to be a little bit sticky because we're gonna add flour to the counter and to our hands. It smells good. There we go. I just pour a little bit of oil in the bottom, and then I scoop it up face down, turn it in the oil, flip it over, and then cover it for 30 minutes and then into the fridge like we said. I have them sitting here on the counter covered with